Yeah, hi there, Reverend. This is Michael, Professor Buckoff. I am your accent reduction teacher and coach for the San Bernardino Diocese. I am also a professor here at California State University, San Bernardino, and I am the founder, owner, and the materials writer of the online course called the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. You will be using part of this course to focus on your pronunciation. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and listen to your pretest, and let's see, in terms of vowel and consonant sounds, where you can improve. That's partly what my goal is in this video. All right, so let's see what we have.
Pot, boot, wrong, grew, honor, over.
Okay, I think on this one's the O. You're not making it long enough. That's the sound we can focus on.
Father, the.
Okay, so let's go over these again. So, practice with me right now. Pot, boat, wrong, grow, honor, over, father, though. So you just need to make that second vowel sound a little bit longer. It'll make it easier for people to understand what you're saying.
Pot, pot, map, mop.
Okay?
Tak, talk, an, on, mac, mock.
Let me just take a look at that one more time. Hold on.
Mop, tak, talk, an, on, mac, mock.
Okay?
Bright, brown, broil.
Now be careful with the R. The R is not broil or brown or bright, but it's bright, brown, broil. So be careful of the R after your first consonant. You're pronouncing it a little bit harder than what we do in English.
Lie, loud, loyal, pie, pound.
Remember the word pie. It's not buy, but pie. When you pronounce the P, you have to pronounce it with more air. Pie.
Get, let.
No, this is killing you. This sound is killing your pronunciation. There's a pattern here, Reverend. The longer vowel sounds, this is where you're having more trouble. So I say gate, get, late, let. You're not making that first sound long enough.
Met, bled, den.
No, this is very hard for you. Big trouble with lesson number 10.
Met.
All right, let's keep going.
Pit, lip, sit, hit.
Nah, it's hard. This is hard for you too. So lesson number 11.
Hit.
Okay, so let's practice these 11. Meet, mit, peat, pit, leap, lip, seat, sit, heat, hit. So that lesson you want to practice.
Look, luck, took, tool, tough, cold.
Remember the word tough. You need to pronounce the T with more air. Tool, tough.
Mash, sheep.
No. This one's hard too. Be careful. So we got match, mash, sheep, feature,
shift, shaft, shear, cheer.
Now, this is tough. It's really hard to hear the difference between your CH and your SH, so this is a lesson. Now, you should be writing down these lessons because what we're going to do is, for the next few weeks, I'm going to be meeting with you face-to-face and we'll practice in these specific areas. And I'm going to try to give you feedback and try to help you master these sounds.
Off, half, half, fine, vine, fun, van, wafer, waver.
Okay, this one, I think the V sound, when it's at the end of the word, you seem to have the most trouble. For example, off, of, half, have. You do okay when it's in the middle of the word, when you have the V at the beginning of the word, but when the V is at the end of the word, that's the one that you're having more trouble with there.
How, habit, who, rehash.
Okay.
Behavior, hate, Batman.
Remember, hate,
Beaten.
hate, hate. Make it longer.
Important, brightening, hat-rack, threatened.
Okay, in this case, the one I want you to work on, it's called the glottal stop. In English, this is different from British English and other English in other areas of the world. But when the T's in the middle of the word, we don't really pronounce it. So we say Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened, threatened. So the glottal stop in lesson 15, you want to focus on.
Major, measure, fragile, frazier,
Okay.
legend, lesson,
Lesion. Legend, lesion, lesion.
engine, azure,
Azure, azure.
large, Asia,
Asia. So the lesson 16, it's the second sound. You understand how to pronounce the J, but it's the palatal consonant, the J. Measure, Frazier, lesion, azure, Asia. It's that J. That sound is harder for you.
cake, keg, sink, sag,
Good.
Kim, Gim,
But make
Gap.
it a little bit longer.
Gap.
So, came, game.
lick, lag,
Good. So the K and the G, you seem to be pretty comfortable with those two sounds.
rear, lean, rear, better, luggage, rugged,
But remember, when the R's in the beginning, it's not rugged, but it's just rugged, rugged.
udar,
So I think the R sound is a little bit harder for you. So here's what I'm noticing. When the R is at the beginning of the word, or when the R comes after another consonant in a consonant cluster, you seem to have trouble pronouncing that R.
right, light, committed, pace, base, flap, flab, cap, cab, lap, lab, pay, bay.
Yeah, I think the P, when it's at the beginning of the word, you want to practice that sound more. And think of it like this. Check this out. Let me say the word pay. Watch it. Can you see this? Pay. Put. People. So I think you're not there yet. You need maybe 30% more air coming out of your mouth if you want to pronounce that sound correctly.
Lice, lies,
Good.
zip, zip, sue, zoo, miss, maze,
Okay.
Elisa, Elisa,
You might say Eliza.
multiple, Robert, example, pressure, principle, number, people, philosopher,
Got it.
volcanism, written, maximum, question, summer, reason, chasm, often,
Good.
tip, dip, card, tight, tide.
Yeah, that T, I suspect I detected it earlier on when you were practicing. The T, I'm going to put this one down. So this is lesson number 23. I think the T, you just need to pronounce it with a little bit more air. So tide, tight, tide, train, drain, fat, fad.
Train, drain.
Again, that consonant cluster with the R, it's not train, it's just train, drain. So you should be careful about your R when it's at the beginning and after a consonant.
Fat, fad, team, dream. Thigh, die, breath, breathe, teeth, teeth, through, though, worth, worthy.
Pretty good. I think you're okay here, but I still want you to practice this lesson a little bit more. So what do we know now? Here's what I know. Based on the pretest, you might want to write these down because every one of these represents a lesson that I want you to study, and then we will be working together over the next few weeks trying to master these sounds. You ready? Lesson number 7, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 23, and also lesson number 24. This is what you and I need to work on, right? So make sure you write these down. Then next week when you come to class, we'll start with probably lesson number 7. So your assignment is to take the first lesson, practice it, study it, and then when you come back next week, we will kind of do practice together and I'll see how you're doing with that particular sound. Once you've mastered that sound, we'll go on to the next lesson, which is lesson 10. You see what we're saying? All right, let's keep going.
The first question says, what is your educational background and work history?
Right, so I like you to answer these questions because it tells me more about you and it also helps me understand more about your speaking and your pronunciation proficiency.
For now, I would say that I have 2 bachelor degrees.
You want to say 2 bachelor degrees. Bachelor. That CH sound is hard for you as we already discussed.
Bachelor degree in theology and bachelor degree in philosophy.
Okay.
Certification, a post-certified chaplain, postgraduate diploma in education,
Okay.
international Spanish pastoral language, and others are high school and the rest of them also have Latin diploma. With regard to my work history,
Now make sure when you're speaking that you have subjects and verbs in there. So you might say, well, I completed the following degrees and state what they are. So in addition, I also went to high school and so on. So make sure all your sentences have subjects and verbs in there. It's easier to focus on what you're saying and understand your points if you do that.
after my studies of Spanish in San Antonio in 2009, I was sent to work in India to enable me to practice my Spanish language.
Okay.
From India, I've been moving around.
All right.
From India to Montana, St. George. From St. George to Colton, Immaculate Conception.
Okay.
From Colton, when I was in Colton, I was applying in Community Hospital San Bernardino.
All right.
That's why I was in Colton, not to work in the parish. From Colton, I moved to Palm Springs, where I stayed for 6 months.
Okay.
From July 2010 to December through January to December 2010. I traveled home and came back and was sent to Holy Spirit Parish, Hemet, where I stayed again for about 6 months.
Now, sometimes when you're speaking, you maybe have too many pauses in there, so you want to be a little more comfortable when you're speaking, but the part of the problem is you're speaking into a microphone, and that's not easy. A lot of people are not comfortable doing that, so that might be why you're pausing a little bit too much. But generally, when you're speaking, you want to pause after every 4 or 5 stressed syllables. That's probably a pretty good what we call a thought group. Then you have a short pause, another 4 or 5 stressed words, and then another pause.
Before I was posted where I am today, Community Hospital San Bernardino.
Okay.
Initially, I was living in Fontana, the house that belonged to the parish of St. John the 23rd.
Okay.
And from there, I moved here to a house that also belonged to St. John the 23rd. And I'm still working in Community Hospital San Bernardino.
Okay.
That is all about it with regard to my education and work history.
All right.
With regard to the second question, why is it important for me to improve my speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English? I know it is important for me to improve my speaking and my pronunciation abilities for American English to enable me communicate whatever I intended to my listeners.
Okay.
And that is, and be able for people to understand me when I speak.
And right now, I'm going to be honest with you, it's not easy to understand what you're saying. Of course, you wouldn't be taking my class if it were, right? So you really do need to work on that pronunciation. This is going to be important, so you and I got some work to do.
I know it will not be easy. It's a gradual movement. And I believe that I'm making efforts. Possibly my best may not yet be good enough.
Okay.
And with regard to the last question, what do you hope to achieve in this course? I hope to achieve a lot. To be able to produce as much as possible my heavy accent, my heavy Nigerian accent.
Okay.
And speak it better so that my listeners, so when I speak or preach the homily,
Yeah.
or speak to people, giving any lecture or whatever, they will understand me better without trying to think, does it mean this or does it mean that? I believe I'm going to benefit a lot and achieve a lot and be able to communicate myself to my listeners. Thank you for asking me, and thank you for being ready to help me achieve this. God bless you.
Yeah, you're welcome, and God bless you too. All right, thank you for doing the pretest. I now listen to Part A and Part B. I have a pretty good idea of where you are. So, in In your specific situation, the good news is you have pretty good control of your vocabulary and your grammar. You understand how to speak English. It's just not that easy to understand what you're saying. That is the issue. So I will include a link to my intelligibility scale for you so you can understand more about it. But you have high beginner of English is 1.1, a near native speaker with pronunciation is 7.0 for you. I'm going to put you in the 3 range, 3.4 out of 7. It is hard to understand what you're saying because of some of your non-native speaker accents, and it does make it difficult to concentrate on your ideas. So our goal for the next few weeks is to help you solve some of these issues. Now here's what you got to do. Each week I'll be giving you some assignments. For example, this week your assignment is to study lesson number 7. You want to practice that many, many times. Lesson 7. Then next week we meet face to face for about 20 minutes. And I'm going to practice the lesson with you and see how your progress is. If it looks pretty good, then we move on to lesson 10. And then your homework assignment will be to go to my online course and practice that lesson. Then we meet face to face. I see how you're doing with that, and we just repeat the process until we focus on all of the problems indicated in this pretest. Does that make sense? All right, anyway, thank you very much, and nice to meet you. And don't forget by email, send me your first and last name so I can enroll you in my course.